Yo, 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 this your boy Larry, and I'm chilling and vibing with Timo Mackaveli. What's going on, man?
I good, man. I bless. Can't complain. How are you?
Hey, you already know the vibes, man. We chilling and vibing.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I appreciate you for coming on, man.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me. Thanks for having me, absolutely.
So where you from, man?
I'm from St. Thomas, Virgin Islands, born and raised.
So like, how did you got into music?
So it's a long story, but the short version is I ain't really no newcomer to the game. Uh I originally in a group with my brother. Our group goes by the name of Our City, which stands for Rock City, which is the nickname of St. Thomas, where we come from. And we me and my brother started, in the Virgin Islands, just going around to the local schools and stuff, performing around the schools and neighborhood parties and stuff like that. And then, we always had this vision where we saw ourselves doing it on a much bigger platform than just like a Virgin Islands platform, you know. And so once we graduate out of high school and stuff, we moved to Florida. We were in Florida for like a few months, and then we feel like it wasn't really shaking fast enough in Florida. So then we had an opportunity to come to Atlanta. So then we take that opportunity and just run with it. We moved to Atlanta. When we moved to Atlanta, we were trying to figure it out, start doing talent shows and stuff like that for a while, and then we eventually came across the eyes of Akon, and then me and my brother signed our first, official deal as artists to Convict Music. And we had a record that we released during that time. And if you get a chance, you look it up, research it. Is a record called "Losing It" by Our City. And then fast forward some time passed, and then we had another record that we put out with Adam Levine called "Locked Away," and that was probably our first like real big record as artists. And so me and my brother, we still a group, still putting out music and stuff, but we're songwriters as well. So my brother just won songwriter of the year at the Grammys, and that's a big deal because he's the first black man to win in that category. So that's huge coming from a small island like St. Thomas. St. Thomas is only 32 square miles. So again, me and my brother, we ain't really been new to this, whether it's on the behind the scenes end of things as far as songwriters and producers, or at the forefront as artists. So me, I truly enjoy putting out music, making music as a true passionate artist at heart. So growing up in the Virgin Islands, uh we don't really have like, like how we have like like radio format in America. We don't
Hmm.
have radio format in the Virgin Islands. So growing up there, we were kind of privileged to grow up listening to, being able to intake all these different genres of music, but hear it all played all on the same radio station. So when you ask me how to define my sound or my style, is like I grew up influenced by so many different artists that I would consider amazing artists, from Bob Marley to Michael Jackson to Jay-Z to the Fugees, Pac, like, there's so many different influences, and that pretty much make up, where my style, my all my influences come from with the music that I make, but at the end of the day, for me, is truly fun being able to create ideas that just come in your head, and you're able to put them ideas or them thoughts out on an actual record over music, whether it's chords or drums, whatever the instrument may be. And then you get to see the idea come to life. And then the best part about that is, not every time you might always hit it on the nail, pause, but like when you do though, and you get a genuine reaction of the and the feedback of the people that's truly embracing it, and showing it love, like, that reminds you every minute of why you do it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. So how was it, being signed under Akon, man?
It was cool. You know what I mean? It was cool. Like, we had our ups and downs. We were younger back in that time, but I think me and my brother had a lot to learn, and still a lot of maturing to do on our own. But the experience was amazing. We learned so much from that experience alone by itself, and I think the best thing that we learned from that is, even though we were at odds at times with Akon, through the end of it, like, we still real good friends with Akon, and we were able to walk away from that situation, and still, remain, solid, and have a good relationship with each other. You know what I mean? So to this day, Akon is family. So we learned a lot from him. He allowed me and my brother some really great opportunities early in our career. So I gonna forever be grateful for that.
Yeah, man. So like, is there any artists you would like to work with today? I mean,
Everybody. Nah, I'm just playing, but nah, I mean, I still a fan first, right? And I feel like, in order to be a true creative in this, you have to be, inspired by something, influenced by something. So, we all are fans of something, someone. So I still a fan first. So I truly enjoy discovering new music every day and new artists, and um there's a lot of artists that I really love. Um to be able to collab with, I would love to collab with J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, um, Janae Aiko, Jasmine Sullivan, definitely,
oh yeah.
uh, Thames, Stephen Marley, Damian Marley. um, I don't know. It's a huge list, because, like, I have a huge list of, like, Caribbean artists who I would love to collab with, and then, I still have a huge list of, like, American artists of, like, pop culture that, I would love to work with, hopefully one day, but all those artists I just named, and it's still a few more that I know I'm missing for sure, that is at the top of my list, but I probably can't think on it right now, but I would love to collab with any one of those artists. Anytime, any day. It would be fun. We'd probably make something amazing.
Oh yeah. And that's dope too, man. Like you say, seeing that reaction from people, like the song Night Like This. How did that start it, man? Cause like the video is, oh man, it's
Appreciate
dope.
that, man. I don't. To be honest, I in the studio, like, every day, every night, making music. So it was just one of those days where I was in the studio making music, and when I heard that beat, I was like, yo, it just, the energy of this, for some reason, it just felt right. As far as everything that I sang on the record, it just felt right to me, and it complemented the track very well to me. So I don't know. I was in here just having a good time, high off life. You know what I mean? Just good energy, high vibration. You know what I mean? And the idea just come together. And if you notice, like, it ain't even really in, like, any standard song format. It's really just one long verse, but you almost don't even really notice it, because it feels so good all the way through. Because I try my best, the songwriter in me, I try my best to just make it fun all the way through, and try to say things that people either want to sing along to, or they could envision themselves, actually acting out what I saying in an actual party.
Yeah. And listen to that song and watch the video, man. I said, man, he got to come on, chilling and vibe. I said, I gotta get him on, man.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, and I've been making music for years, man. So again, like, it's fun. It have its moments when it might feel like work, but sometimes you get too carried away enjoying some shit, and it's like, nah, you got wheel it back in and remember, like, yo, like, we still out here solving a purpose. So we have to still be careful about what we putting out into the world.
That's true, man. It just like when I watched that video and listened to the song, it was like nothing but good energy, man. Good
Yep,
energy.
yep, yep,
So
yep.
like after shooting that video and seeing people's first reaction, how did that make you feel?
It felt good, because sometimes when sometimes we might think we know, but we don't always know. But who really knows is the people, and the people gonna tell you, whether it's by show of likes, comments, new followers, whatever it might be. Like, you would see it clear as day, and you have to pay attention to it. So I've been releasing music for some time, but the feedback on this record specifically been different from all the other records I've been releasing. So, for me, it's just one of them things where it's like, I think it's timing as well. A lot of the times we might think to ourselves, like, some, yeah, this just, I think I figure out, like, this is the pocket right here. And that might be a part of it, but it's also timing as well. So for whatever reason, it's just the perfect timing of me releasing that record. The way that I release it with the visuals, one time. So, and I try my best to make the visuals not too crazy, not the average regular girls just shaking their ass all throughout the video. Is like, yeah, I still want to make it cool and classy and vibe and fun. And even if you feel as a lady, you still want to shake your ass, you can do that to it. But, as far as why he's saying on it is like, is he just give you that energy where it's like, hey, if I gonna shake my ass, maybe I could just be a little low key with it.
Yeah, yeah. And like, like I like how you did it too, 'cause like you can do that, but it's more like a whine and grind, like it's dope. And like music back in the day, that how it was also. Like they don't music today, like in America, well, in the States, US, well, you is in the States, but over here, like in South Carolina, like they actually say, what I'm saying, what's going on. They're not like disguising in no kind of way. Like back in the day, they'll be like, you know, back that thing up. You know what they saying, but they're not really saying it.
Yeah,
But nowadays, some female artists like they put it all out there.
yeah. And yo, if I'm being honest and I'm keeping it a buck, I'm being extremely humble because like, I it would be unfair to the interview for me to, walk away from the interview with not giving you some specific details about who I am. You know, so like I told you, my brother won a Grammy for Songwriter of the Year, and
Hmm.
we're songwriters as well. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you a list of like some of the records that we've written that I know that you'll be familiar with.
Hmm.
Um, Usher, I Don't Mind, Rihanna, Man Down, Rihanna, Pour It Up. It's a lot, and I want to make sure I name out like some of the really good ones. Um, Miley Cyrus, We Can't Stop. Nicki Minaj, Chris Brown, Drake only, and it's a lot of other records that I know you'll be familiar with too. But those are some of the ones that I know you would definitely know. And Mike Will, Juicy J, Wiz Khalifa, Miley Cyrus, 23, J's on My Feet.
Wow. That's dope. That's dope,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, and it's important for me to make sure I talk about that sometimes, not necessarily just because I'm trying to like get myself hype and or nothing like that, but it's important for me for people to understand like the island that I came from is 32 square miles. It's a small island. Everybody know everybody. So it's a real huge deal to for me and my brother to have accomplished those type of things. And in the music industry, coming from where we come from, so I say that because it's important for the next generation that's coming up to understand, like, yo, like if you truly want to do this, like, like we all set goals for ourselves, right? But if we truly want to do this, like at the end of the day, you just got to be truly dedicated. And dedication, it comes in one form. Like it comes in one form: hard work. Shut the hell up. We ain't complaining. Yeah, we're gonna deal with some stuff that we don't want to have to deal with, that people shouldn't even have to go through. But everybody go through these type of things. What we complaining about? We either want it or we don't want it. But if we want it, then we're gonna put up or shut up.
Yeah. So like being the songwriters for those songs, man, like do you got connections with them? Like y'all hang out before or it's just strictly business. I write the song and I pass it out.
Now it's more strictly business. Like it would be some artists who we'll be able to develop a relationship with, and we might not hang out, but we'll keep in touch with each other. We'll reach out to each other from time to time, checking on each other, how we doing, how your family doing, stuff like that. But it's mostly, yeah, it's mostly just a work relationship, with those artists, which is cool, because we understand the business. You feel me? So at the end of the day, as a songwriter, like, I'm here to offer a service, right? So I'm here to write a song uh, for the artist, and at the end of the day, I want to write the best song in the best way that I can, where the artist still feels great about the song. They feel great about singing the song, because a lot of the times you might find some cases where, you give an artist a song and the label might think the song is amazing, but the artist might feel like they don't really connect with the song, so I try my best to make sure the artist connects with the song. I have a conversation with them. How you feeling? How you been living lately? Like, what you been doing? You been traveling? Tell me about what you've been seeing these past few weeks that you've been in the city. Like, what do you want to talk about? You in a relationship? How's your relationship going? How do you feel about talking about your relationship? Not necessarily pinpointing that this is your relationship, but just expressing some of those emotions in a song or in songs. And whatever the case may be, I try to tap into all of that because I want to tailor make the best song for this specific artist.
Yeah, so they can relate to it. They and
Yeah.
they relate to it. They can, can express more feelings about it when they
And
give
the
it out.
and the
When they
fans
deliver.
could tell. Like the fans could tell, like when like when you singing a record or you delivering a record, and you could feel like, yo, like I believe everything this artist is saying. Like I could feel every line, whether it's a love song, a song, pain, passion, whatever it might be. You know what I'm saying? But the fans could tell, like, and we love it more, we appreciate it more when it, and we could tell, like, yo, this he or she really going through this, or was really going through this, or this is something that they probably went through, because you can hear the passion in their voice and the tone of the texture of their tone in the way that they deliver in this song. And we appreciate that. That's how it's supposed to sound at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta put your soul, everything into that record. We want to feel all of that. Pause.
Oh, oh yeah, because like you think about Keisha Cole, man. Like that's one artist. Like when she be singing, like some of her songs back in the day, man. Like you can feel like the female, they can feel that. Like they be singing that. I think it's called Love.
Hmm.
They be
Yeah,
singing that, and most likely she been going through something during that time
yeah.
and expressing those emotions.
Yeah, and even still to this day, when she sing it, like, even if within that moment it's taking her back to that moment when she was feeling however she was feeling when she made that record. Like, every time she sing that song, she gives you that energy every time.
Yep, yeah, that's true, man.
So, and that's a and that's the best part about it, when the artist, develops their own attachment to the record, their own love for the record. Then they're gonna deliver it in a way that, like, nobody else is gonna sing it like they're gonna sing. They feel married to that song. Like, this song was written specifically for me. This is about my life, a situation that I went through, so I relate to it different.
Yep.
So yeah, man.
Hey, Mackaveli, man. I know you got to get back to the studio, man. I ain't want to hold you too much longer, man. I appreciate you for coming through, though. But before we go, let everybody know what we doing.
Chilling and vibing, my boy.
Okay. Appreciate you, man.
All right, man. You take it easy. Thanks for having me, bro.